Yo, it's the Life is Dope podcast. I'm your man Graffiti.
What's good? It's your main man Davey in the building.
I like how your tempo and your energy just hella changes once we press record. That was dope. But what's up, bro? How you feel?
Man, I'm great. You know, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah, man.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling real good, bro. Drinking this Barrels beer. Shout out to Barrels. #1 sponsor. We love you.
Hey.
It's delicious. Hey, bro. So what's going on in the world today?
I don't know. My internet ain't working.
First world problems. I know something that's going on in the world.
What's that?
Playboy magazine. They're going back to nudity. How'd you feel about them taking away the nudity from Playboy magazine?
So let me talk about this real quick. So when they took away the nudity, I didn't know. So then when they had Tinashe as like one of the featured models on there, I was like, oh, sure, let me cop this real quick. And then I was going through and I was like, okay, she still got her clothes on. Okay, well, be patient, Dave.
Right.
Be patient.
Next page.
Oh, no, it's still closed. Oh.
And then the disappointment.
It's like a little risque, and I was like, okay, maybe I just took it back. I was like, yo, my Playboy's defective.
Let me exchange this one. She's not naked.
Yeah. Someone already took all the naked ones out.
It's 2017, dude. Like, nudie magazines still have a purpose in the world. All you gotta do is open up Instagram nowadays.
That's true.
Booty, rocking everywhere.
Yeah, they're more naked on Instagram than in person.
Anyways, awkwardness. Hey, so man, we got a special guest in the building as always.
Who we got?
Who would you be? A fitness entrepreneur, expertise master?
Yo, that's a wild segue. We went from like Playboy to
fitness.
Yo, the two have nothing to do with each other.
I'm sure the ladies work out.
Yeah, they work out. It works out some kind of way. But let's make some noise for Naomi, everybody. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you for coming through. You want to tell the people a little bit more about yourself? Because I kind of just fucked that up.
That's okay. My name's Naomi. My training is called Be Reinvented because I literally reinvent people. I do a little bit of everything. I do bodybuilding, coaching. I train people that want to get on stage. I do weight loss, body sculpting. So if you're trying to change your body into a dramatic effect versus like, oh, my back's always been big, now I want a smaller back, it's definitely probably something that I can do versus you going to get lipo. So I'm actually working over here off of Dynamic. So it's called Dynamic. It's off the 25th in Champa. We just opened, so we'll have our grand opening in about 2 weeks or so. So.
Okay, nice. So you said for people that want to get on stage, so like the fitness shows?
Yes.
Okay.
Competitions.
I kind of thought you meant like rappers.
I mean...
Like, I want to get R&B body.
I mean, I can make you look, I can make you sexy, but okay. I don't know if I can make you...
I'm going to get on stage. That's what's up, Dynamic.
Can't sing a lick, but you're going to have an 8-pack.
Man, that's all that matters. No shirt summers.
I mean, nowadays, you don't even really have to rap. All you have to do is,
mumble.
Exactly.
That's a fact. We'll get to that later.
So, real quick, just tell us, how did you first get started? How did you find this the passion into bodybuilding and weightlifting?
So, when I first actually started, I wasn't necessarily into fitness. I was, partying and...
Eating Chipotle.
Eating Chipotle.
Hey, Chipotle is kind of healthy if you do it right.
Eating Qdoba.
Well, I'm Mexican, so...
Oh, shit. Oh.
Yeah, so my food...
Dang, that was hella racist.
I was about to say, damn, like,
no,
damn, Graffiti. My bad.
But
I thought you were white, my bad.
He said it, not me. Go ahead, though.
My bad. Don't let me interrupt.
So going through my own journey, trying to figure out my food and trying to get healthy myself, I actually met one of my friends. She had got diagnosed with terminal cancer. When she went to the doctors, they gave her about 5 months to live, and she's like, you know what, I'm done. She's tapped out. She's like, I'm not going to do this whole chemo thing again. I'm done. I'm just going to go and do my own thing. So I kind of went through her journey with her. I became vegan for a little while and kind of just started eating clean, learning about cleanses and detoxes and things that she was doing. And then going through that, I mean, it's 2017, she's still alive.
Wow.
So
blessings.
Yes, so it was one of those things where just hanging out with her, it changed my life completely. So that I realized, my passion has always been to help people and change lives, but it was like I didn't know how I was going to do that. And you can't really I mean, that's probably like the most awkward conversation. Like, hi, my name's Naomi. Can I change your life? You know, so once I found what I'm good at, like fitness is my calling and that's what I understand. I think it's hard for people, especially if you're not really, you know, you're not athletic, you're intimidated by the gym.
Right.
It's so many different, like, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to go into a 24. It's a little intimidating, but you still want to change your life. You still want to go somewhere. So I've chosen to work at a semi-private facility just for that, just to make sure that all my clients feel comfortable when they come and see me.
So for those who are listening, what's the difference between being vegan versus being vegetarian?
I mean, vegan, it's basically all raw. And then vegetarian, you can still eat it's a different type of food. I mean, a lot of people like eating fish. My thing is like, I'm not pro-vegan, being any of that. I mean, if that's what your calling is, that's cool. I don't do that, so can't really speak on something.
Right. So you can't. When you're vegan, you can't eat any type of meat.
Any type of meat,
or anything that comes from an animal.
Exactly. I think, but the thing is, with being vegan and vegetarian, whatever it is, I think the biggest misconception is that I'm going to become a vegetarian, or I'm going to go vegan and I'm going to get really skinny. It's a really big misconception because there's not a lot of food that you actually can eat, and what happens is you end up consuming so many different carbs and you gain so much weight, and then you're upset because you're like, I became vegan.
But now you're all bloated.
Now I'm bloated.
Right.
So
don't be a damn vegan. That's what she's trying to say. That's what I heard. Yeah.
I mean, we need our protein, you know, and I eat meat. Right now I eat chicken, I eat turkey, I eat fish, foods like that. I don't really eat too much red meat.
Okay.
It's not very
What
much
about
of a
cheese?
diet.
Can you eat cheese? Do you eat cheese? Is it okay to eat cheese? I'm trying to make sure cheese is alright.
What about if it's with macaroni?
I think it just depends on what your diet is. I mean, for some people, it just depends. Like, some people always want to find out what everyone's doing as far as their diet. It's a fad diet. Fad diets aren't necessarily realistic. I mean, you can go into like a high carb food. Like some women can eat a lot of carbs and they're extremely skinny.
Right.
Or versus someone like me that eats like a slice of bread and then I just, I look like you need to roll me over. You know what I mean?
So
and
they say bread is like the devil in fitness world. Like, how bad is bread for you for real?
I don't think bread is bad. I think it's just the type of bread you eat. I mean, it just goes back to how much sugar you're consuming and how many carbs you're consuming and what your diet is like. There's so many different factors. I mean, there's some bread that are so sweet that it's like equivalent to eating the Snickers. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather eat the Snickers.
Damn, what bread is that?
Eat the Snickers, everybody.
Next time you about to make a sandwich, just have a Snickers.
I mean, there's Sarah Lee. She's been doing good. She has like 50, I think it's like 50 calorie bread, which is nice. There's Ezekiel bread that you can get that's gluten free. I mean, there's so many different options to eat your favorite foods. I think the biggest misconception is that people think that, I'm going to go and I'm going to be healthy, but I'm going to eat like a healthy pizza and it's going to taste delicious. No, it tastes like pizza that's not bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you miss the grease, you miss all of that stuff. So when you have your cheat meal, that's what you have. But you don't expect to transition from a non-healthy life to a healthy life and still have your favorite foods. Like, you have to open your mind into having different types of food. Like, right now I'm into Asian food, so I'm like Asian junkie.
Lord.
You know what I mean? And I make food that's healthy.
Right.
And then me being Mexican, like, I have to substitute a lot of my foods. Like, I can't have beans and rice with every meal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could, but I can't.
I want to rewind you real quick. You said gluten free. And I've been curious, what the hell is gluten? Because it seems like all of a sudden, like, people want to be gluten free. Everything's gluten free. What is that? Why do we need to be gluten free? Why is it so bad for us?
I don't think gluten isn't necessarily bad for you. I think what happens is that it's an expansion in your stomach. So some people they get bloated and they have an extreme expansion in your stomach. So that's a shocking factor. So if you get that type of feeling, then you want to get off of it.
Right.
I mean, also being like, it's like fibromyalgia. There's so many different things that's connected to gluten, but not everybody is gluten free or needing to be gluten free. I think the reason on why we do it is because we think that it's connected to weight loss, but it's really not. It just goes back to your diet. And like for example, my diet is high fat, low carb. But if you look at my food, you would think that like most of my food, like I do fry it. I do have like avocado oil. I do a lot of fats, and people are like, "Oh my God, fat is bad." But my body responds well to fat versus some people who doesn't respond to it.
Right.
So
it just depends on the body.
Yes.
How do you determine that though? Like.
So what I do is I do a questionnaire for most of my competitors. Like I do a questionnaire for them, and then I monitor them. So, I mean, not to be super deep, but I can tell, like, when my female clients are, like, their period is coming. You know what I mean? Just because, I know them. I know their food. I know how they operate. So I think when you're a fitness coach, like, you start learning your clients. And you learn their habits. You learn what bloats them. You start monitoring them. So I guess for the average person, the best way to know what's good for you is to take, I wouldn't say necessarily to take everything out. So I would say, like, okay, so I know that oatmeal is good for me. It doesn't make me feel bloated.
Right.
Cool. Stick with your oatmeal carb. And then slowly try, one day, try brown rice. Give yourself 2 days to kind of digest it and see what happens. And if you're no bloating, you're not uncomfortable, you're fine, then add brown rice. Exactly.
Right. Okay.
But if you add brown rice and it makes you bloated and for whatever reason now you're miserable, then don't have brown rice, and it's the same thing. Like, that's how you find out if you're lactose intolerant. If you put it in your diet, you feel uncomfortable, you take it out. So
I think I'm lactose intolerant now.
I mean, I'm not about to just let you just skip past. How do you know when your customers have their period?
Come on, bro. I was trying to let you skip past that.
Was that like the menstrual whisper or something like that?
Don't forget to ask about
Is
that.
Is it like a medium, like a I'm
gonna sit back while y'all talk about that.
I think. Okay.
Do they just like lift more weight when they have their period because they're working off that stress?
I mean, okay. So for my last client, she gets tired and cranky, and then she'll call me and then she'll freak out about her show, and not like normal freak out. She usually calls me and she's like, "Listen, I don't know if I'm gonna be ready," and it'll be normal. I'll talk her down the cliff. When she's about to get her period or her cycle, she gets a little crazy. She's like, "No, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, it's just not gonna work." She's like,
"Dang, girl,
yeah." And I'm like, "Let me just come give you a hug." But she, it's just one of those things. So.
Okay, good to know. So as far as like, as a woman getting started into competing and weightlifting, where's the best place to start? Like, what's that starting point?
To start lifting.
Mm-hmm.
I think you start lifting and I would get on a program. I mean, when I first started going into my fitness program, I got a trainer.
Okay.
So I'm a big believer in trainers and fitness coaches and going through that route just because it makes more sense. People actually have experience in doing it. I think we go through certain things in our lives. I mean, you go to a mechanic and you expect them to know certain things. Right. You don't just decide one day, hey, you know what, I kind of like looked on Google, I can fix cars. Like, it's the same thing with fitness coaches. You find someone that's quality that can actually help you change your life and you go through it. I think people think that they're automatically going to get bulky or whatever. That's a really big misconception when it comes to like fitness and lifting. I feel like I'm rambling. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So are there different fitness goals as far as men compared to women? Because I know a lot of the times, like the male contestant, they tend to be like bigger up top, bigger arms and chest. Is that kind of like the same for women, or do they like strive to be just like muscular all over or cut all over? Like, what are some of the goals look like?
I think, okay, so for men, most of my clients are usually like, I'm too skinny. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter how much I bulk them up, to them in their mind they're still skinny. And for my female clients, it doesn't matter how much they've leaned out, they still feel fat. So, like, for example, she's actually competing in July, I believe. So what I do to her all the time is I send her beginning picture. When I first met her, all she was doing, she's like cardio junkie. And then she would occasionally work out with her boyfriend. And you could tell that she was working out, but she had like her boyfriend results type of thing. Like her shoulders are getting bigger, her legs are still really small. Swole. Yeah, she was falling.
She was like, damn, baby, you got the slow. What is you doing? Like, I'm getting on top now. Bend over. Stop working out. That's not how this works.
But I think, I think as women, we try to find our own expert, and our expert is usually our boyfriend, and we expect them to know things. Unfortunately, they don't. They know what they like, and for most men, what do they like? A big chest, nice back, big arms. Right? And then what? I
was wrong. Everyone looked at me like that. Single, we got shit. Yo! My bad. With the glutes. Thought that was it?
I was hella confident too. Like,
women. Put my head down. I answered no more questions.
Well, and you're doing that. Most women want bigger, the bigger booty. Mm-hmm. But I think when it comes down to competing, I think what happens is that we start focusing as women. We focus on a bigger booty and bigger legs. And what happens is that we go up there. We don't look proportionate. Mm-hmm. And that's what's happening right now in the bodybuilding world. Is that you see so many women with big legs and big booty, and then their upper body is not proportioned.
Look crazy.
Yeah.
Like Wendy Williams. She look crazy.
Peabody. Oh, that poor lady.
So how do they judge these types of competitions? Because just looking at it, I would be like, dang, they all won.
Yeah.
Well,
how do they pick a winner?
It's basically about being balanced. So you want to have a balanced body. I think, for women, you have to show basically everything. So you want to make sure that you're hitting all of your total body. You have a specific day for everything. You don't go in there and overdo legs, because before you know it, your legs are bigger than your arms, and then it just looks funny. And it's the same thing for guys. You want to be symmetrical and proportionate. Yeah. So a lot of guys, they go up there and they get talked on how they don't look. Like their arms are too big and their chest is like lacking. So you want to make sure that you're balanced.
That's my problem when I start working out. Like I work out when I just get in the gym real hard or whatever. And then my chest get a little bit bigger, but my arms don't do nothing. I'm like, man, fuck working out. So like, how do I resolve that issue?
So it's about being balanced. So you do your days. Like when you go in, like there's so many different things. Like for arms, I love skull crushes for your triceps. I love hammers for your biceps. For your chest, there's so many different things. I mean, you can do the regular bench press, but you can also do circular motions with the weights. Just to kind of give you the nice roundness to your pecs. I mean, there's so many different things. I mean, for abs, you want to do like hanging leg raises and things like that. So you want to figure out how to be balanced. So you don't overwhelm yourself on your favorite day.
Right.
So you just have to understand that on your favorite day, you probably are going to work way harder. Yeah. So if your favorite day is chest, your body's going to show that your favorite day is chest.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go and you hit legs, or your arms, you want to make sure that you're targeting your arms. You don't go in there and get distracted by doing chest that day too.
Okay. So I got a serious question for you.
I have a serious answer.
Dope. Do you intimidate men?
Yes.
So they're scared to approach you? I'm talking about date life and just on your regular, not working out and all that. Like you're at the club and you just flex. And they're like, oh shit, I ain't gonna holler at her.
Not necessarily. Well, first I don't really go out. I don't go to the club. But when I do date and I do go out and lift or whatever, it's harder for me to go on a lifting date or whatever you want to call that.
Y'all got lifting dates?
Yeah, because I'm a gym rat. So they're like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I'm either gonna eat or I'm gonna go to the gym. Like you can either pick which one you're gonna invite me to.
Right.
And if you choose the gym, dude, it's on you. It's up to you. And then I'm gonna work out. I think for most guys, when they invite me on a date to the gym, they're like, oh, I'm gonna just show her. And I don't really I'm minding my own business. I got my program I gotta work on.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Help somebody with the bar and be like, oh man, you weak. They're struggling with the bar and look at this.
No. I have had to lower my weight that I've lifted in front of them to just kind of make them chill out. Yeah, because men, I love y'all, but y'all have this ego.
You're right.
This ego. And
not me, I'm humble.
I ain't fuck that.
I'm the most.
and it happens. And I think, but what I do when I have my first dates, I've occasionally lowered my weight just to kind of see where he lives, kind of test him out.
Hear that, fellas?
So
you gotta fake it in the gym. That's what she's saying.
I mean, in the beginning,
dang, faking it in the gym.
It's a whole nother world, huh? 2017.
It's crazy.
It's kind of depressing, man. But how about from a training aspect? intimidating men that way. Because like if you like a little, I don't want to say like a little scrawny ball, corny guy, but you just getting started working out, and then like you got a female trainer that's like lifting crazy more weight than you. Like, do you get guys that are like, nah, let me get somebody more on my level?
You know, I think for me, just because I'm a female, that a lot of people don't think that I know bodybuilding, but when they see results and they see who I've trained and they see that I have everybody that I put on stage has all won. I have no losers under my belt. Right. So when you get to that point and you know, and you see where I'm coming from, and then not only that, but I'm a different type of coach. Yeah. So I'm holistic. I don't do a bunch of like testosterone boosters, steroids, any of that stuff. Like if you do that, I mean, to each its own. That's not my thing. But my thing is that you're going to get more results with me and long lasting. I had one of my clients, he was like 160 forever, and I felt bad because I'm 160.
Right.
And
you don't look it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Smooth ass gentleman.
Then again, I can only see you from like the waist up, so I don't know what the rest of that is. But that's neither here nor there. Go ahead.
But so he was 160 when I first met him. Right now he's sitting at a happy 210. He just placed third place in his show NPC, following my plan as well. Okay. So I think with his lifestyle, he gained weight progressively, and now he's sitting at a happy weight where it doesn't look like he's just fat. You know what I mean? We go through so many different bulkings, and we feel like, oh, I gotta gain weight as a guy. You want to do it quick, but it doesn't work like that, and then you end up getting fat. You know what I mean? Versus actually muscular and getting the results that you're wanting. So I think everybody has their own route that you want to go through. And for men, at the end of the day, I don't want anyone that works under me not to be confident in what I do.
Right.
So if I've had men that are kind of skeptical, but I've also had a lot of good men that I do more bodybuilding for men than I do for women.
Okay.
So
I've seen people who have actually lost weight and cut, but they still look bigger than when they were at a higher weight. Why is that? Is it just like the proportion, or is it just...
It just depends on what their program is. I mean, when I first started losing weight, I was at 130. Right now I'm 160, so I'm 17% body fat. The average for women is 14. So healthy weight for women is supposed to be at 14% body fat. Okay. I'm 17 at 160.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And most women at my height are probably not as heavy as I am, but I know how much weight I'm carrying in my muscle mass. You know what I mean? So it's a big difference. So it just depends on what their program is. I mean, I think people go through starvation diets, and that's what happens, is that we eat a lot of food, we consume a lot, and then we starve ourselves. Like there's so many like detoxes and cleanses and like teas, it's all of that stuff. It doesn't work. You starve yourself. I had a girl, it's unfortunate that I saw her coach. She got coached for a show, and she dropped a lot of weight, and then within 2-3 weeks she ended up gaining 30 pounds back. The guy had her on like 30 grams of carbs.
Oh wow.
It was just like nothing. I mean, it's like a bite of half of bread. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing. And
eat this half a noodle.
Right. So since she was starving herself for such a long time, she ended up gaining all the weight back. I mean, can you imagine being a female and gaining 30 pounds in like 2-3 weeks?
Wow.
Like, that kills your self-esteem. So it's about doing things properly. So I think if anyone that wants to compete, it's about getting on show and not going through fad diets. I mean, if your coach is giving you a 1,000 calorie program, like, get off of that. Yeah. If you see that your carbs are, if you feel dizzy in any way, get off of that program. If he's making you do too much cardio where you're starting to feel dizzy, get off of that program. You're starving, your body's starving, and you're going to collapse. So even if you get all the results that you want to while you're competing, once you get off stage, your metabolism is going to go to shit.
Right. Damn.
So what's wrong with testosterone? I thought your body makes that.
It does, and that's the thing, is that you don't necessarily have to take testosterone boosters to have it. I mean, there's so many compound movements. I mean, you can do your squats, you can do your deadlifts. There's so many movements while you're working out, doing bodybuilding, that increases your testosterone. But I think what happens is that people take testosterone boosters to speed it up. Mm-hmm. I mean, the same way that women take estrogen blockers.
Right.
So they do the same thing because they want to become more muscular and faster results. I mean, the thing is that it's 2017. At the end of the day, yeah, we're going faster, but it's more about quality than anything. Like you
Right.
want to make sure that your body actually gets the results that you want for a lifestyle.
Makes sense.
Like, why would you do, you know, it's usually when people compete, it's at least 12 weeks of a program of competing and waking up in the morning, doing cardio, hitting your programs, eating your meals, doing all of that stuff. Why would you do all of that work just so you can throw it away?
Makes no sense.
So,
Do you train athletes?
I do train athletes.
What's the biggest challenge training athletes?
Ego.
Uh-oh.
But
I asked that as a segue because we got an athlete in the back.
Oh,
This is probably where you ask the audience something. Want to step up real quick, brother? We got mode forward is what I'm going to call you.
beast mode.
Beast mode in the building. Hold on, let's grab you a chair, bro. Put the camera on there while I grab him a chair. Y'all talk.
Yeah, I heard that like testosterone makes your hair fall out. Is that true? Or it causes like premature, like balding.
as far as the balding, I don't know. But, I mean, the average man, okay, so you hit 30 and then you lose 1% of testosterone every year. So there's so many different things that can happen. I mean, okay, so, I mean, we could talk about this, right? So I have my clients on apple cider vinegar. So apple cider vinegar, if you've heard anything about it, it basically it's a pH balancer. So it detoxifies your body. Anything that's not balanced is balanced. So I mean, a lot of my clients who've done it, their sex life has increased because of the.
Hold up. So like a few months ago, I heard that like apple cider vinegar was like a godsend. So I'll start drinking that shit. I wash my face with it and everything. And like it really does everything.
And now he has another kid.
So now I have another kid.
Testosterone booster, I'm telling you.
We might have just figured it out. So testosterone booster.
It does.
That vinegar got shot. That's that Viagra vinegar right now. Fellas, go get you some apple cider vinegar. Word. But yeah, man, I got my man Mo Ford up on the mic real quick. Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick so we can get a male perspective on this. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Sunday night slow jams.
Nah, it's Sloan. I'm just happy to be here. What's up?
What's up, man? So, yeah, you work out and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them what you really do, bro. I feel like you're about to be humble. You think it's like a world-class football player. Who you play for?
Man, currently right now I play for the Colorado Crush. Went to
Okay.
the University of Colorado. I'm an athlete. I try to do it all, man. Father.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, mentor. All that.
What's your workout regimen look like? And was the stuff she was saying making sense, or are you like, hell no?
Nah, she's spot on. And definitely the knowledge that you guys are getting right now is pretty exclusive. People go to school for this. They take classes for this. So, you know, sitting back there listening, she's spot on. Your body's your temple, and you know you gotta treat it right. Work out. I mean,
Let me get to the real question. Are y'all both single? I'm trying to set up a gym date. That's what I really was trying to do. Y'all making it awkward. I'm trying to pull something off here. Naomi, you single?
I'm single.
Oh, bro, you single?
I'm not single.
My
Play
bad.
yourself.
My bad. Yeah, I'm trying to set you up right there, bro. Anyways, back to fitness. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm
That's really what I brought you up here for. I was just trying to get to that because she said gym dates.
Get a
I
gym
mean,
date.
y'all can go lift or something. But no. Yeah, so you play football, man. So, Naomi,
Yes.
what would be your advice to an athlete trying to play football? Like, what would their regimen look like? You know what I mean?
I think for the most part, for athletes who do football and things like that, I would just make sure that they're doing like proper stretches. I would ask you guys to do yoga. And I know that sounds crazy, but for the most part, a lot of your injuries is caused because you're not properly stretching. And unfortunately, like the coaches have no idea about that. Even like people you go and you lift under, they don't really care about like stretching because Lord knows I'm not really good at stretching myself because it annoys me because I just want to lift.
Right.
That's my personality. But at the end of the day, like I know how important stretching is. And a lot of us get injuries like on our knees and our hips. So a lot of that could kind of be avoided if you just did your stretches and did your yoga every day. Like that would make a really big difference on how tight you are. So that would be my advice for them to do it. Because I mean, sprinting and then lifting, like they wake up and they breathe it and they live it, you know. But the stretching portion that actually changes your life, that makes you faster, that makes your sprints, like, you know, you have a bigger.
Stride.
Yes, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
Stride.
Yes.
Bigger stride.
She was a bigger stride, guys.
So all I'm saying, so it helps.
I was like,
all kind of shit. Started stretching too.
No, I have. I've been doing this for a while, so I've had a mentor for like the last 5 years. So he actually helps me out a lot because, you know, my hips are tight. There's certain things that I do with my lifting that isn't, my body hurts.
Yeah.
So he rehabs me. He helps me out with bands and suspension bands and things like that. So it makes a really big difference.
Stretching is crucial. You do yoga for it?
Man, not currently, but when I was doing it, I was at my best. I was definitely top notch. Trying to get back into it, but yoga is definitely something you should look into.
Did it make a difference mentally? Because I know a lot of people do it to relax.
Yeah, mentally you just get to relax. You know, everything is just, we on the go and we moving so fast. So yoga, you just get to relax, get in tune with yourself, meditate.
Find your core.
Exactly.
Dave, you do yoga, bro?
I've done yoga before.
Yeah.
And
Didn't work out?
It made me feel weak. I was like, dang, I can't even lift my own body up.
Damn. See, I tried yoga, but I was like, I was on that meditation type shit, that Russell Simmons type yoga. You know, because in his book, he's like, do yoga, you're going to get rich. I'm like, fuck yeah. So, nigga, I'm trying to do it. So, I'm meditating, but I'm thinking too much. So, you know, I start freestyling in my head.
No,
I'm like, this ain't working.
Meditation is thinking, you literally, okay, so this is what I tell everybody who wants to start into meditation. So you think about a box. That's all you think about. You think about your own cube in your mind, and you concentrate on it.
Think about a box.
It's a 3D box. I don't care what color it looks like. Just you focus on your box and you literally clean your mind. And then as you progress from there.
See, now like my box got stuff in it, and now I'm like, what's in my box? And
you
now
can't look.
it's a shoe box, and I'm wondering what kind of shoes.
See, and that's the thing. Well, that's why. That's why meditation is so hard, because people don't know how to clear their mind.
Yeah.
So that's another reason on why, like you said, yoga was hard, because you couldn't lift yourself up. It's not necessarily that you can't listen. You can't. It's not necessarily about not being able to do it. It's about the fact that your mind is so foggy and you have so much in it and you can't really concentrate. So a lot of my yogis, they like. Yeah. Yes, that's what it was.
Foggy-minded.
They want to do. They want to pull themselves up, things like that, and it's about clearing your mind. So right now, one of my clients, she's doing push-ups and things like that. So I have her thinking about air. So, and I know that sounds crazy, and she's like, well, I'm just concentrating on my stomach. And I was like, well, you concentrate on your core, bringing it in, think about air. And don't think about anything that's going around you, because you clear your mind, you can actually do it. So it's the same thing with like meditation. Anything that you really want to do, you have to clear your mind to do it.
That's real. That's a message right there.
Message.
Clear your mind,
so
and the rest will follow.
So what's been one of the biggest transformations that you've seen from your clients? Like, what's the story from that?
I had a client, she lost 100 pounds.
Damn.
Through her
That's
journey.
a whole person.
She was on crack.
She was not on crack. She was on a diet. We got her on lifestyle, and her thing is that she drank a lot, off and on. She was partying, so we balanced that out. We balanced her food, and I mean, slowly but surely, she started walking, and we didn't do anything heavier than walking and light lifting, and she was able to change her life with just eating properly.
Wow.
So it makes a really big difference.
Shouts to her.
Yes.
Big up to you. Let's make some noise for whoever that is.
Hey.
That's hella. That's a lot. Like, for real.
But I think, so one of my first clients that did his first show, for him, it was probably like the biggest thing for him. I mean, he's like 50 pounds heavier than when he started. So for him, like we can curse on here, right?
Yeah,
so he texts me all the time. He's like, man, I'm getting bitches left and right. You know, and that makes me happy, because I'm like, well, you know, you let them know that it brought to you by Be Reinvented, you know.
Oh, you stay out of this. You out of the game.
Yeah, matter of fact, bro, let's make some noise for Mo. We're trying to get you set. Word. Hey, so you said something about drinking.
Drinking.
So if I really want to get fit, I gotta stop drinking this barrel's beer, huh?
I think
Nope.
They said don't fuck up the money.
Yeah, that's our producer, Julius.
So I gotta stop drinking other beer. Other barrels are cool.
no. I'm not. Listen, I'm not against drinking as far as okay. So if you're doing bodybuilding, then you cannot drink. But if you're doing it for lifestyle, you can. Excuse me. You can have a drink occasionally. You can do it, but you don't overdose in it. Anything you do too much of is going to make you fat. You know what I mean? So too much of a good thing can make you fat the same way. So
That's real. Too much of a good thing can make you fat. That's a fact.
Unless that good thing is running.
I got knowledge. Everything but running and cardio that you do too much of can make you fat.
yeah.
All right, no, don't say
I
that.
mean, but listen, but then I mean, listen, running can make you skinny fat.
Oh, what's that?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's skinny fat? That's like you got cankles, but
Skinny fat. Okay, so
trying to picture
I
skinny
can't do
fat.
with you.
Is that like slim thick?
No, it's like saggy booty.
Saggy booty.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what happens. Okay, so when you run too much and you lose weight too fast, your body ends up sagging. So think about it this way:
True.
your body. Okay, so this is muscle, your skin's on top. You lose the muscle, now you have saggy skin. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. Like you don't want to lose.
Skinny fat.
Yeah, you don't want to lose you don't want to lose weight too fast because then you're gonna drop weight. So
You know, look crazy like Al Roker. God damn, man. You know Al Roker from the Good Morning America?
Yeah.
oh yeah, see,
So he lost all that weight. Now it just look like his skin just needs to get tight or something. Like
yeah, but that's
Yeah,
the thing.
Or
Is
Al
like,
Sharpton.
yeah, or any Al. Y'all stop losing weight. Al, that was weird.
but that's the thing is that people feel like they can lose weight really fast, and that's what happens. Is that you get the results, you can drop weight really quick, but you're not going to look the way you want to look.
Right.
You know what I mean? That firm and the tightness and everyone's like obsessed with toning. You can't really do that if you've dropped so much weight and now you're saggy. So I
How do
guess
they get rid of the sag though? You gotta
lifting weight.
Tuck it in.
No, you want
You
to
belt.
lift weight.
Put this over here real quick.
So just think about it this way: you want to fill in like your curves. So if you're a woman who's not necessarily curvaceous, if you lose weight really fast, you're just going to drop and you're going to be extra skinny. Your weight's going to be your weight's going to fluctuate. It doesn't look good.
Right.
So what I would suggest is to get on a weight program and then maybe go and do cardio at least 3 times a week. You know what I mean? If you're trying to actually find balance with that, but I would suggest that most of your workouts become from strength training at the beginning.
Right.
So at least 30 days of strength training before you go into hardcore cardio.
Okay. Nice. I'm going to go work out, y'all. So, if I wanted you to train me, how would I go about doing that?
So basically, you can find me at Dynamics. So it's 2501 Champa.
Okay. That's in Denver, Colorado.
Yes. Or you can hit me up on my Facebook. I'm under Be Reinvented. So it's either on my Facebook or my Instagram. Same name.
Or take her on a gym date.
Reinvented.
No.
That's not how you do it.
Right. That's not how you do it. You know, on Christian Mingle. Do they have like a workout social media site for people that want to date and do gym dates? Because if they don't, I might have just thought of something.
You probably did just.
Oh
think of
shit!
something.
Copyright. Gym people meet.
Like, what are they going to call it?
There's already a lift. There's already a lift.
Why is
Swallow.
Squizzy Taylor calling me, man?
Squizzy Taylor's calling me right now too, but fuck that nigga. So again, shout out all your social media and contact info for people who want to get at you, just in case they weren't listening.
Thank you. So it's Be Reinvented on both Facebook and Instagram. You can find me at Dynamics. It's 2501 Champa, Denver, Colorado.
Okay. Nice. Everybody, let's make some noise for Naomi.
Hey!
I'm motivated. I'm really about to go work out.
I don't know why,
Are you
but
going to join one of my classes?
I am. That's why I was asking that question, because I want to see. Do you cost a lot of money?
No. Well,
get your bread up.
Okay. Before we stop the episode, let's talk about that
listen,
part.
I have different packages, so it just depends on your budget. So we do want to make it budget friendly, and then we also do classes. So we do both advanced and intermediate. So just depending on where you feel like you fit. And then you can also go into one-on-one if you feel more comfortable. What's really cool about our facility is it's semi-private.
Okay.
So it's not a big gym, and it's not a bunch of people just up under each other. So
Right.
if you kind of wanted some exclusive list, like feeling exclusive, nobody's really up under you, no one's judging you, you go in there and you work. So
Nice.
that's probably the place for you.
Sounds good to me. So now rewind and let's make some noise for Naomi.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Life is Dope podcast. I'm Graffiti.
And I'm Davey.
Skirt.
Skirt, skirt.
Out.